Hey, what's up guys? How have you been? I know, it's been 2 years since I've been putting anything on this channel. That's kind of why I want to be back. I want to be honest and say probably for the last 8 months, I've wanted to come back. It's just been really hard to motivate myself, and honestly, life has been busy and crazy here lately. So I kind of wanted to get on here and start with a video to kind of give a life update and tell you what to expect in the future with this channel. Cool? Awesome. So, 2 years ago, the last time I posted a video was about the movie Scoob when it was about to come out. Spoiler alert, I haven't watched it yet. I know, but I plan to. I actually think I bought the DVD and it may be on my bookshelf, if that tells you something. But when I filmed that video, a week later, my father unexpectedly passed away, which had my life crumbling in a million pieces in a split second. At that time in my life, just to kind of give you a background, I was in the process of joining police departments or local agencies in regards to like the criminal justice field because I just graduated college, 6 months prior in that field. And I was starting to work out, get in shape, going to physicals, doing interviews, and the few days before he died, I actually got a phone call from one of my local police departments around my town that stated, hey, we're going to have physicals for the police academy and interviews and all that good stuff. And I was so excited, I was ecstatic. I was like, awesome, yes, I have like a solid month to get in shape and get ready for it and get prepared. And that day was the last day that I physically saw my dad being normal, and it was crazy because the job that he originally helped me get or to try to get into, I was recently declined because I failed one of the entry tests. And shortly after he passed, it may have been like a week or two, they told me that they were having interviews for people who failed this one certain test to come back and possibly get the job. Once my dad passed, it was a real big struggle for me to be motivated. I gave up on the idea of joining the police department. I had no desire to work out, get in shape, so it almost was in my mind that I was just gonna take a break for as long as I needed to and then get back into it. And there was one day I went with my best friend, who I consider my cousin, and we went to lunch and, talking about this time in my life and talking to her about this job offer, how I could possibly come back. And she said, Anna, you can go to this interview. You don't have to go back if you don't want to. Because I was struggling on the fence whether or not I wanted to go to this interview or just forget about it, maybe try again another time. And she said, this is your opportunity. You can go to this interview, and if they say, hey, you got the job, you don't have to return. You don't have to go back if you don't feel like it. And if they say you don't, then there's your answer and you can try again or try something else. I went to that interview, and I don't know what the time frame of when they gave us an answer back, but surprisingly, I got the job. I was really surprised because the way the interview was pretty much all the top people of this job, the director, the managers, maybe a supervisor, a chief. I can't honestly remember who. It was, I think, 5 people there. And that was probably one of the first interviews I was ever extremely honest with employers. And I don't know if that's one of the things that helped me get the job, if my wonderful charisma and personality helped, or they just saw something in me. But I got the job, and it was very, very uplifting because this is the job that my dad helped me get into. And I was crushed at first to be denied. I remember they were trying to talk about different scenarios of possibly getting myself back into it, and how, this whole department was trying to change shifts and all this good stuff. And it was just very chaotic there for a minute. And so when I actually got this job, I was like, maybe this is a sign. Like, I was meant to be here. So after my last video, essentially I went through one of the hardest losses I can handle. I got a career job. You may ask, what is that job? So I am a telecommunicator in the professional sense of terms, which means I am a 911 call taker and police dispatcher. It has been the most rewarding and stressful job these last year and a half, almost 2 years. I honestly couldn't ask for a better career job. I love it. Some people, some friends, some coworkers, they look at me and they're like, do you ever hate your job? And I stumble because I just think about it and I'm like, if you ever hate your job, I don't think you should be there. Does it make me want to quit some days? Does it stress me out? Does it make me have panic attacks? Absolutely. But do I hate it? Absolutely not. It's honestly one of those jobs where it's all the characteristics I've wanted in a job or career, kind of all in one. Other than having a career job and losing my father, the last year and a half has been very rewarding, definitely a learning experience, and one that has made me grow in the most mature ways. I've made some amazing friends there at my workplace. I've matured in so many ways. I've gotten over some portion of my anxieties. I've become more open. I've become more outgoing. And I've learned that it's a lot easier to truly understand and be able to surround yourself with so much diversity, although I grew up with that already, but to actually understand and hear and listen and work with so many walks of life that it makes you just think of your own life every single day. It's all because of this job. And I'm thankful that the last year and a half has started with this and has brought me all these wonderful things and taught me so much, whether it's in myself or about others. And that's one of the biggest life updates I would say has occurred, is this job, my dad being gone, and what I've gained with this job. Now, here recently, one of the biggest changes is the last almost 2 months I've been going to therapy. I know if you watch my other videos, I am pretty open about anxiety, depression. It was just time to really help myself. And it has been the most uplifting, rewarding experiences yet. I didn't realize that talking to someone, an outside source, could just make me evaluate myself in such a deeper way. I struggled the last 2 years with being happy, and I will say probably in the last month I can almost physically sense myself inching towards being happier. I wouldn't say being happy, but being happier, being more okay. And it's exciting. Um, it's fun kind of relearning myself and rethinking how I think or how I put things into perspective. And this is also another reason why I'm coming back to this channel, because being in therapy, it has jolted this emotion to not so much force myself, but want to get back into this. And on the way home from work today, it's Saturday, December 4th, and on the way I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm excited to do this. So this is why I'm here. I hope that you'll be with me. I hope that you'll want to hear more of my stories, because I have some interesting ones, especially being in this job now. So I'll definitely have some series on that. And I just want to explore more of what this world is, who I am in it, and how we can all help each other. And so for this channel, I don't have a timeline. I don't have a time frame. I don't want to set myself to do that, because that's only going to stress me out. But every once in a while, periodically, maybe once a week, maybe once every couple weeks, I want to put some kind of video out there, whether it's about my job, whether it's about anxiety, depression, whether it's about advice, whether it's to vent. That's what I'm going to do here. And I hope you guys are ready for the ride. And honestly, I apologize if you heard screaming in the last couple minutes. I think my neighbors are having a ball, and there's a lot of screaming kids. Oh yeah, and one of my biggest life updates is I bought my first house. I am a first-time homeowner. I don't know how I forgot to do that one, but I think it's because I've been in this house for a year. So I kind of forgot, but this is my house. I might do a tour, but it's not that big, so it'll be a pretty short video, but I definitely will do that if that's something you guys want. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been up to, what I've been feeling. Like I said, I'll go into detail about all the stuff that's happened in between then and now, but kind of want to just jump on here and reconnect with you guys. I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to help me through a lot of emotions and keep me motivated. Alright, I love you guys. Be kind to each other, and always look out for yourself, okay? Bye.